Hey everyone, so today I'm going to attempt the one marker challenge, and it's much like the three marker challenge where you blindly pick colors and use those ones, except there will only be one marker being chosen, and I decided to do things a bit differently where I would just input all the colors that I have into this little container and randomly draw one out. And I thought another system that would be cool is because my markers are laid out in a grid, I could have numbered and lettered them. So I could have had like A through G and then 1 through 4 kind of thing and pick numbers that way. But I thought this would be kind of fun to do a random draw. And I took out the grays and blacks and colorless blender because those wouldn't be very fun. So yeah, but there still are some pretty pale colors in here, so I could still get colors that aren't that fun to work with. Like if it's too dark or too light, it wouldn't be that great. I'm kind of hoping for more of a mid-tone. So anyway, oh gosh, let's get started then. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. I think I just spilled some. Yeah, I did. Let's put those back in. Okay, closing my eyes. Picking a color, it's gonna be this one. Oh, that's not too bad. So this is YR16. Oh, you know what? I think my YR16 is dead. I think I'm gonna have to veto that one. Yep, sorry. YR16 is dead. So let's pick a different one. Okay, second time going in. Come on. Come on. We got... Oh my god, no way. Okay, we got R24 prawn. My favorite color is R22. And I was thinking that as I was cutting this up, I was like, what if I picked R22? That would be crazy. R24. That is so close. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will pull that color out right now. R24. So this is R24. I'll do a little swatch on the back. I doubled up the paper so that it wouldn't leak through onto my nice paper. So that's what R24 looks like. So I succeeded in getting a mid-tone, so that's good. So I will go ahead and start coloring. So this is basically just like a monochrome challenge, except you really only have the one marker. So this is going to be tricky. I did not practice this at all ahead of time. I'm just jumping right in, see what I get. And I'm gonna do this real time just because I don't think it's gonna take me that long. I might end up speeding up some parts if I find that it's necessary, but for now I'm just gonna go with the flow. And I was wondering if using the colorless blender would be allowed because you could get some cool effects. And I mean, really, these challenges don't have any hard rules. It's just whatever you want. You can set your own rules. So I don't know. We'll see how this works. I might incorporate some colorless blender, even though that's technically adding a second marker. Oh my. But it's not a color. It's more just like a tool to help. Let's see here. I don't know how much layering I can get, because generally with Copics, if you layer on top of what you've already colored, it will be darker, but that only works to a certain extent. So we'll see how much shadow I could actually get. Doesn't seem like it's darkening that much. Okay. Moving on. The hair is probably going to be the most time consuming part. So if you feel like this is going slow, it's probably just because it's the hair. It's kind of getting an Ariel vibe. She's going to look like a mermaid or something, especially because I did the star and the little jewels in her hair. And I made sure to draw something small because if you're doing a one marker challenge and you draw something huge, yeah, your marker's gonna run out of ink. You're gonna destroy your marker. So I would not recommend doing that. That's also something I recommend to people who are new to markers and you don't have very many different colors, is don't do too large of artworks because you will burn through your markers quickly. Because the more colors you have, the less you use each color, therefore the longer they last. And I mean, I do have my go-to colors that run out often, but yeah, I would stick to smaller things or just don't color in. Don't take one color and color in a solid background with one marker because you're gonna destroy it.
I feel like when I talk the whole time, I'm not really focusing on what I'm doing, and I'm just on autopilot. And then I'm like, wait, slow down here. What are we doing? Let's think of the shadows here for a second. I could definitely get some neat effects with a colorless blender, trying to blend it out into the white areas, because right now it's just kind of harsh, solid color. I'm still gonna try to go back in and darken some areas though. Plus this using one color relies a lot on leaving areas white, which I think is something people tend to neglect, including myself. Sometimes I forget that white is a color. So when you're thinking, oh, what color should this person's shirt be? Maybe it should just be white. You know, it's a color people always forget about. Even black, I think sometimes gets ignored. And then I'll go over this area again just to try to darken it up a little bit. I feel like this line's a little messy, so I'm gonna clean it up. I'm probably just gonna leave her skin pure white because I think it'll look bad if I try using this as a shadow color, considering I'm using that everywhere else on the picture. If I had other colors to work with, it could look neat. But because this is the only color I have, I'm a little hesitant to do that. Because if I just do if I color everything the exact same way as I'm coloring the hair, that's gonna look boring and there's not gonna be any contrast in the picture. Okay, so the lips, I'm gonna color in red obviously. Man, this is tricky. Oh, and I am gonna go in with my jelly roll because that's kind of standard in my process. I don't consider that to be cheating or anything because it's not a marker and it's part of my process. Okay, so for the scarf, I'm gonna do a pattern so it's more interesting, but I still want to get some shadows in there. So I'm gonna try to add some shadows and then try to do either polka dots or plaid. So we'll see how that ends up working out for us. I feel like this challenge is definitely a little boring, but I feel like it's something that'll entice people. They'll see one marker challenge and they'll be like, oh, what is this? And then they'll be like, ah, this sucks. Hi, cat. Making an appearance. Hi, baby. They're just running rampant right now. Like some little psychos. Okay. I'm really upset that I got a little bit of red on the star, but whatever. Okay. I fear that if I go plaid, it's just gonna destroy the shadows and make them pointless. So I think I'm gonna go with polka dots and see how that goes. I'm trying to keep the pattern, like the dots go in straight lines, except for when the fabric folds, obviously. I'm gonna make some bigger. Okay, all right. Another thing you can do with the one marker challenge is use your liner for some cross hatching or added details. Like if I decide, here, I'm gonna actually grab it right now. Please tell me this is it. Probably. I had to go through pretty much most of my liners to find one that worked. That was not a 0.5. I wanted like a 0.3 or smaller. So one thing you can do, I think I'm gonna do it in the eyes. Actually, usually I do add some of this into the eyes. Some lines so it's darker. Usually something I actually do before I color it. And then I could add some shading under her neck. Oh god, this feels like I'm destroying the picture. Ruined! 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 Maybe, I don't want to go crazy on it on the face, but we'll do a little bit. Maybe a bit under the nose. If I pull this too close to myself, I apologize. I've not been paying attention to the framing. You could also use dots. I'm gonna try to darken the corners of the lips. And I'm gonna come in with my white jelly roll. Do my usual highlights in the eyes. It's actually not looking very white. It's looking kind of gray. That's okay. We'll add a little bit to the lips. Yeah. I'm gonna make some of these polka dots bigger. Okay, well, I guess that's really as far as I can get using just this one marker. It is definitely very limiting, but I'm happy with the color that I got. I think I got a pretty lucky pull. Just for consistency, I think I'm going to add some hatching in other areas, or cross hatching I mean, because it looks weird when it's just on her skin. So I'm going to try to add some in other shadowed areas just to help make the picture a little more uniform. Wow, cats are just tearing up the place. I don't know if you can hear any of that or if the mic cuts it out, but man, we're in the process of packing because we're moving and there's just boxes and everything everywhere. And the cats are just having a heyday with it. They think it's the funnest thing ever. So, yep. Okay. Maybe a few down here. And then up top, I don't want to go too overboard with this. Okay, I think that's good enough. So, here's my one marker challenge. So I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, I think it's a little boring. I think 2 or 3 is better. But I still thought it was worth a shot. I just don't know if I'll do the one marker challenge again. I mean, never. I don't want to ever say never, but I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be sure to do more challenge videos in the future. And I'll link some of my older challenge videos in the video description if you want to check those out. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, this one. And this one. Okay. Colors chosen. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So the colors we have are N1, which is neutral gray number 1,